The working day for cross-cut carpet shell clam harvesters begins at the crack of dawn. The activity of the 570 harvesters takes place in Saca de Goro, where Copego has 650 hectares of licensed breeding grounds with an annual production capacity that varies between 5,000 and 9,000 tons of cross-cut carpet shell clams. The fishermen reach the beds where the day's harvest will take place. A clam rake may be used to harvest clams in deeper waters, and in shallow waters, this may be a manually operated clam rake. After hoisting the product on board, a separator is used to select the clams of proper size for sale and identify those which are still too small and must be rejected. The cleaned and selected product is stored in 20-kilogram plastic nets. The clams that were too small are put back into the water, where the beds have been cleaned of algae and debris. There they will remain until they've reached a size suitable for sale. The harvesters deliver their haul to the docks of the ports of Goro and Gorino, where Copego personnel receive them at specifically designated locations to be weighed and transferred. Each shipment departing from the delivery point is accompanied by a document indicating its area and date of harvest, number of bags, and total weight. Upon arrival at the facility, the acceptance manager has the pallets unloaded from the vehicles, verifies the weight, and records the entry onto the computer system, assigning a lot identification number for each batch. After acceptance, the clams are sent to the purification tanks. The purification manager assigns the lot data to the rack number, and from that moment, the computer system begins to count the hours of purification. The minimum purification time is 12 hours. After this phase, the clams are ready to be packaged. On the packaging lines are specialized personnel who perform a further selection, eliminating any waste, such as broken clams and shells. Finally, the staff sets the weight of the package to be made, which varies depending on the quantity of product to be placed in the packages. The packaging labels contain all the information required by current legislation. In addition to the traditional net packs, Copego also produces live cross-cut carpet shell clams in vacuum tanks by removing the air contained in the packaging and then hermetically sealing it. The packaged and labeled product is stored in temperature-controlled cells. The mussels are stored temporarily in storage cells after being placed in sacks and weighed. At this stage, they are identified by a printed acceptance form which, in addition to the supplier's data, also indicates the batch number of the raw material. Before being sent for purification or other processing, the mussels may be shelled to separate each mollusk individually and cut to sever the filament which continues to anchor them to each other. The mussels undergo purification in the isothermal containers of the vertical closed-circuit system. Just as with the clams, the batch data is assigned to the container number, and from that moment on, the computer system begins to count the hours of purification. Once the purification process is complete, the mussels are ready to be packaged. The product is picked up and transferred to the packaging departments and mechanically placed into loading hoppers. The line has a brushing machine for shell cleaning and a manual selection area for removing waste and net packaging. Vacuum packaging is also available for mussels. The facility has an internal laboratory equipped to perform self-monitoring screening tests. Analytical checks and controls are carried out according to the provisions of the Food Safety Manual. In particular, analytical controls include microbiological analyses of products and analyses on environmental matrices, surfaces, and water. Copego also produces various mollusks, such as fassolari clams, sea truffles, razor clams, Venus clams, murex clams, and oysters, in different sizes of net or vacuum packages. There are also plans to package a mix of 2 or 3 different mollusk species in a single package. The packaged and labeled product is stored on platform in temperature-controlled cells. The product is assigned to customers in the shipping area during the preparation of the order. The product is loaded onto refrigerated vehicles and shipped to the customer to complete the order process.